Hello children, today we see the next part of our lesson, that is the fifth lesson inside the atom, and inside it we had seen that activity, and afterwards we are moving towards this Dalton's atomic theory. So what is Dalton's atomic theory? Who is this Dalton? So Dalton is a scientist who had studied the atoms. Okay, atoms means what I told you, atom means the smallest indivisible particle of a matter, and this thing is there, this is discovered by the scientist whom, that is his name is the Dalton. So Dalton's atomic theory inside, British scientist, that is his name is John Dalton, put forth in 1808 AD his celebrated atomic theory. Okay, what is its theory? Atomic theory. According to this theory, matter is made up of atoms. Every matter is there, any matter you take from the wood, it is made up of small particles, and these particles are nothing but these are atoms. And atoms, what are these atoms? Atoms are, according to Dalton, what is the definition of the atom? Atom is a smallest indivisible, indestructible. Okay, atom is a small, it is indivisible, indestructible, means if we take anything and if we cut into half, this half cut into half, this half part again we will cut into half. So one time it comes in that, like that, this part is there, we cannot redivide, and that is nothing but this is the atom. Okay, so every matter is there, it is made up of small particles, and those small particles are called as atoms. Okay, so, and atoms are indivisible and indestructible. So that is the definition of the atom according to Dalton. All atoms of an element are alike. All the atoms of element, any element, it may be the golds if you are taking, so the golds, all atoms are same. If you take the example of iron, all the atoms of the oxygen, otherwise any element if you are taking, it is same. Then while different elements have the different atomic, different mass, and the atoms masses are different in the different, if the mass of atomic mass of carbon is 12, that of the oxygen is 16. In this way, what happens, its atomic masses are different, and this theory was put forth by the Dalton. He studied it and he said that the smallest indivisible, indestructible part of its substance is called as a what? It is called as a atom. Now try this. So take a solid ball. What they told you? Take a solid ball for better understanding the what is atom. Here activity is shown here. We have to take a solid ball and we have to take a bundi laddu. Okay, bundis laddu, as you know that when you break it, you see the small bundis are there inside it. Okay, and what happens? Solid ball is there. It is empty inside. It is empty inside. A solid ball we have to take. So it is only one kind of matter. If you are taking this, only one. But bundi laddu is made up of small particles come together and they forms a bundis laddu. Okay, so press both the sphere with your palm. What do you find? What happens when the bundi laddu is there? When we press it, it breaks into the smaller particles. So, and solid ball will not break. Cut the solid ball with a sharp knife. What we have to do? Now we have to cut this solid ball. What do you find? If we cut it, a same kind of a matter is present inside it. So what he told you, that from this a bundi laddu is found. A bundi laddu is found to have an internal structure. Bundi laddu has a internal structure. It is formed by sticking the smaller particles. Okay, so many small particles are there. They are come together and it forms the bundis laddu. So these are the bundis, suppose, and this is the bundis laddu made up of the smaller particles. Okay, formed by the sticking smaller particle. The bundi to each other. Bundi to each other. Then however, the solid ball, the solid ball was there, this solid ball, broadly speaking, does not have any internal structure. The atom is described by Dalton. What he said, that atom is a smallest, non-divisible, indivisible, indestructible particle is called as a atom. Turn out to the hard solid sphere with the no internal structure. Okay, this ball is there, it doesn't have any internal structure. Now according to Dalton's atomic theory, According to Dalton atomic theory, what they told you, the mass is distributed uniformly in an atom. Okay, what according to Dalton, what he said, that if it is a atom, the whole mass is there uniformly distributed inside this atom. Who said that? Dalton said that the mass is there, it is uniformly what happens distributed inside the atom. Then the scientist J.J. Thomson demonstrated that experimentally that negatively charged particles inside the atom have the mass, and it is 1800 times less than the hydrogen atom. So what happens? First Dalton said that, so all the mass of the atom is what happens evenly spread inside the atom. It is smallest undivisible undestructible part of a element. But the Sir J.J. Thomson, here is the picture of J.J. Thomson, Sir J.J. Thomson, he said that what experimentally he proved also the negatively charged particles are inside the atom. Means not only the same part it is there, it has a negatively charged particles also which are present inside this, which are present inside the atom. Suppose this is an atom, so this is atom. Inside what happens, the negatively charged particles are also present in it. Who said that? Sir J.J. Thomson. And here and what he said that what is the mass, and that negative particles are there, no, these charged particles inside, and atom have a mass. So how is the atom's mass? Atom has a mass 1800 times less than the hydrogen mass. As you know that hydrogen's atomic number is 1 and it is very smaller. So as the hydrogen's mass is there, from that hydrogen mass 1800 times less than the hydrogen mass, how much is the hydrogen's atom's mass? From that, if you take divide from this, if you 1800 parts you made, then one part is there, that part is the atom's part. Later these particles were named as electrons. Okay, these negative particles are called, we are named as electrons. Common substance are used is usually electrically neutral. Okay, common substances, if you take any substance, okay, it is neutral. Neutral means it not shows the acidic characters or it is not showing the basis characters. Obviously the molecules of a substance, and atom which combines chemically, molecules of a substance, atom in which the chemicals combine chemically to form the molecules are electrically neutral. So what they told you, molecules of a substance has atom combined chemically to form a molecule, they are electrically neutral. Okay, then how is an atom electrically neutral? How it is electrically neutral? As you know that to make the thing electrically neutral, so how much is the charge positive? Same charge if we are taking the negative, if they combines with each other or they stay with each other, what happens? It becomes neutral. Okay, so this type of something arrangement is there, will be there, must be there inside the atom. Is think about that scientists. So how is the atom electrically neutral in spite of negatively charged electrons are present inside it? So that is the question in front of the scientist. As you know that Thomson said that the atom has some negatively charged particles are there. So if it is a negatively charged, it shows the negative, means negative charge on it, but atom is a neutral or the matter is a neutral. So having the electric charge, how it is neutral? Thomson overcome from the difficulty, put forth the plum-pudding model of atomic structure, and the answer of this question, who is getting this answer, is solved by Sir J.J. Thomson. And what he is comparing, he said that this is, if suppose this is an atom, it has a negative charge also and it has a positive charge also, and both are equal in number, equal charges are there, and that's why atom is a electrically neutral or matter is electrically neutral. Okay, who said? Sir J.J. Thomson. After that, what happens? So he compared this atom structure with the watermelon. As you know that watermelon, how is the watermelon? Suppose this is watermelon, it has a red color part also and it has a seeds inside it. So seeds are there. It is, he said that it is like a what? It is like a negative charge inside the positive, and red color part of the watermelon, it is like a what? It is a edible part that we are eating. from the watermelon. And this is plum pudding model is called. Plum pudding is a cake made in the foreign countries at the time of was Christmas. So this is plum pudding model, also slim. Plum pudding is model, cake is there. Inside it, what happens, they are adding the so many dry fruits inside the cake, and that dry fruits are there, it is the negative charge, and the part of the remaining cake is called as a positive charge. And he compare his model with this plum pudding. So this model is called as a plum pudding model. Okay, the plum pudding model of atom put forth by Thomson in year 1904 in the is the model of the atomic structure. Okay, according to this model, positive charge is distributed throughout the atom. If you see here, you will notice that the positive charge is there, it is throughout the what atom. And what he said, that it is distributed throughout the atom, and the negative charged electrons are embedded in it, like seeds of in the watermelon, otherwise the dry fruits in the plum pudding cake. Otherwise, see the structure, if you see this red part is there, it is the what, all is the, this part, red part is the positive, and these are the negatively charged particles which is embedded, and these are called as the electrons. Okay, then afterwards, and it is discovered afterwards. So then embedded in the distributed positive charge is balanced by, here that word is important, what, balanced. The distributed positive charge is balanced by the negative charge on the electron, and therefore atom become electrically neutral. And because of this balancing in between the positive charge and the negative charge, the matter is there, it is not showing any kind of charge on it, and it is electrically neutral. Okay, so this is the Thomson's plum pudding model, and we will see the model by the we'll see this model video of this model. Now we will see the Dalton's atomic theory. As here told that all the matters are there, whether it may be the element, compound or mixture, it is made up of very tiny particles of atom. So here it is element, it is made up of a very tiny or small particles. Compound, if you see here, it has two different colors, and it also has a made up of tiny particles, and mixture is also made up of a tiny particles. Okay. Read the message which read lines which is given above. See here, the atoms of given element are identical in size, mass and chemical properties. Means if you are taking the atom of given element, it has a identical, means it is same. Okay, if it is a ferrous, it is same, its mass is same, its chemical properties are also same, and its size is also same. Okay. Same size. Now here they are taking the two different atoms. One is the atom of the ferrous. In one, the atom of the ferrous is there, and while another it is the sulfur. Okay, so see here, and if you are taking the different atoms, their size are different, their mass is different, and their chemical properties are also different. Okay, if you see the size, mass, all is different. So here is a definition. Atoms are what they told you, indivisible particle which can neither created nor destroyed by any chemical reaction. So these things we understand from this video, that in a chemical reaction atom only get rearranged and atoms of the element does not change. Atoms are not change its properties and of the atom of another element. Okay, now after this we will see the plum pudding model of Sir J.J. Thomson.
In this module, you will learn about Thomson's atomic model. Are the charged particles arranged in any particular manner? Are the charged particles spread throughout the atom, or are they concentrated in one place? To answer these questions, let's go back in time. Dalton's atomic theory stated that an atom was indivisible and indestructible. However, in 1886, Goldstein came upon positively charged radiations in a gas discharge, which he termed as canal rays. These radiations led to the discovery of the proton. The mass of a proton was about 2,000 times that of an electron, and it carried a positive charge. Around the year 1900, J.J. Thomson conducted experiments on the beams of particles inside a glass tube called a cathode ray tube. He found that the particles were attracted to the positive terminal of the tube. Thomson concluded that the particles must be negatively charged and called these particles electrons. An electron has a negligible mass and has a charge of -1. These discoveries made the scientists believe that an atom was divisible and made up of electrons and protons. What they didn't know at the time was how these electrons and protons were arranged within an atom. They tried to understand this arrangement through various experiments. J.J. Thomson was the first to put forward a model to explain the structure of an atom. In his model, Thomson compared an atom to a Christmas pudding. The electrons were like the raisins in the pudding, and the pudding itself was like the positively charged particles. This can also be explained through the example of a watermelon. The positive charge in the atom is spread all over like the red, fleshy part of the watermelon, while the electrons are embedded into the atoms like the seeds of the watermelon. The oppositely charged particles are held together by electrical force of attraction. Thomson concluded that an atom consists of a positively charged sphere with electrons set within the sphere. An atom is electrically neutral as the positive and negative charges within it are equal. As per Thomson's conclusion, the electrons were embedded in a sphere of positive charge. This conclusion, however, was incorrect. Thomson asserted that the positive charge spread through the atom held the negatively charged electrons due to electrical forces. This assertion failed to explain many experimental observations. In this module, you have learnt that atoms are made of charged particles. According to Thomson's model, an atom is a positively charged sphere with electrons set within it. An atom is electrically neutral. Shortcomings of Thomson's model are his incorrect assumptions. Electrons are embedded in positive charge. Positive charge in the atom holds the negatively charged electrons.
Now we saw the Dalton's atomic model and Thomson's plum pudding model, and I think from this video you'd better understand how is the structure of this, both the Thomson and the Dalton's atomic model. It is the history of this study of the atom, and it is very important you know that. And from this, here is the question, use your brain power. How will you think about the atomic mass distribution according to the Thomson's model? What are you thinking about the atomic mass distribution according to the Thomson's model, and whether this distribution is uniform or non-uniform as per Dalton's atomic theory? That is the question of use your brain power. You have to today think about it, and we will discuss it tomorrow in our next lecture. So today, and here one more thing is given here. Do you know plum pudding or plum cake is a Swedish that we see now? It is a Swedish prepared during the Christmas, and in olden time dish was made from the western countries by adding the pieces of dried fruits called as a plum. Okay, and that's why it is called as a plum pudding, and these days raisins or dates are used for this. Okay, so this is the thing that you have to we studied today, and today we'll stop here only. The next part of our lesson we will see in our next lesson, and that is the Rutherford nuclear model of the atom, and it is very interesting if you see this. So just all of you read the today's part of this lesson and think about this, use your brain powers question. So today we'll stop here only. Okay, thank you.